Hello, everybody. We are back. Byte Marx, back at you. We took as is tradition when you're walking in any London street, you take a wrong turn and you end up in a crow demon dimension. So we are, we are currently battling against. Yeah, it's funny. We had the autosave had booted us out before the Crow Kid situation, so I had to do that off camera because Callum refused to even see it on camera. Um, that is a sensible position, sir. But I think we were talking about like what we needed to do. I think we need to show this guy this photo. Alexandre, do you recognize this photograph? Take a look. It is you and our old friend Anthony, and there's someone else blurred in the background. Who is the third figure? Does he mean something to you? Ah. Oh no. He's jiving. Okay, alright, so we got the cuckoo clock we got the clock hand. Right? Okay. A good question. Chat? No, I can't. Let's while I go look for another. Callum, can we not? Can they not hear you?
To do about it? We can't hear Callum. Fuck's sake.
Yeah.
Amelia, your new laptop is gonna kill our channel.
Okay, hang on, Callum. I upgraded this laptop is like a bajillion times better than my previous laptop.
And it's prejudice against me. Your laptop is homophobic. But yeah, just up my volume. The game volume, I think, is to be down.
Okay, I'm just gonna fiddle with the volume settings.
Maybe up my volume in Discord as well.
Yeah. Can you check if they can hear you?
Hello. Can you hear me out there?
Oh yeah, they say that I see the messages. They can hear you.
Hey. Oh,
Hey,
oh.
forget about
it.
All right. Okay, so Callum, we can hear
what
you.
Awesome jokes did I make?
I don't know.
Earlier.
Okay.
Your computer was homophobic because it keeps ignoring me. Distant Cicada? That's my indie band's name.
It's a great name for a band. Okay, so
I've always wanted to make while you're figuring out puzzles and stuff, I've always wanted to make a band named Glass Bottom Spaceship.
Why?
Because I think that would be cool. Because it's a cool name. Also, it's like a glass bottom boat, but in space.
In space. Okay, I mean, I get that. I don't think that would necessarily be a safe idea, but okay.
Why? No, I mean, it's a band. I mean, no one's going to space with a glass bottom spaceship. Also, they have glass on spaceships. They could make reinforced stuff.
I don't know if you'd build like a viewport on a spaceship. I feel like that seems like a real big viewport. That seems like a bad idea.
Also, Manaburn says now it's less creepy and not like Emilio is talking to a ghost while playing a creepy game. We've ruined the immersion.
Aha!
There is a second clock. I knew it.
There is a second clock. A well-crafted grandfather clock, but it seems to be out of order. Okay. Well, we do this.
It's you guys have to remember this is Chekhov's clock. If you set up a clock upstairs, you have to pay it off downstairs.
Okay, what was the time on the other clock? That is
Okay, so we
quarter past
that's
11.
11:30.
No,
It's 11:15.
that's quarter. Yeah, that's quarter past 11.
So everyone is now doubting your sanity.
Look,
Apparently, you talk with ghosts off screen.
anybody that knows me knows that my sanity is maybe a little bit questionable sometimes. Okay, 11.
How many ghosts do you talk to off screen?
Well, you know, sometimes you gotta have conversations. I think that's it.
Yep.
Is that
Ding 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 ding. Winner winner chicken dinner. Can't wait to see what horrifying thing has become of upstairs.
I don't normally something would have happened.
Okay, why are these two clocks connected? Is it technology or ghosts?
Wait, it's changed
Oh,
again.
it changed times.
Yeah.
Now it's 2:30. Do we just have to keep matching the times?
Yeah, I mean. I
Oh
guess.
wait, whoa! Maybe if we change the hands downstairs, it changes the hands upstairs.
That is a great point. Let's set this.
Yo.
Let's set it back an hour and see what that did.
And then go and yo, people in the comments, chat.
Yeah.
What's your best name for a band?
Yeah, let's set it back to 1.
There is a ghost in the machine. You're correct.
What past 1?
It's a ghost in the shell, Amelia.
It's a good anime.
We have to get Scarlett Johansson on the phone.
Okay. I feel like there was a clue about the clock face.
Okay, yeah.
I feel like there was a mention of like a time.
Check through
or
your
something.
notes.
We don't have notes.
Do we have like a journal or something?
No. Remember, we don't have a journal, but we keep finding these notes.
Sure, but go and look at some notes. Here's his office. I remember this part. Okay, so some alchemy is happening.
Invoice.
He's trying to bring back his mom.
Ah, the cuckoo clock. There we go. To give the strokes at 6:15 in the afternoon. Okay. 6:15.
So it's currently. Yeah, go back and look at what it is now. If we move the hands backwards, the hands move backwards on the upstairs clock, right?
Yes. Because it's currently.
Okay, so we just need to move the hands backwards.
It's currently 1:15.
1:15.
At the top clock.
So if we move the hands. Okay, what? It's 1:15 at the top clock. Let's see where it is at the bottom clock.
And it's 10 o'clock here.
It's 10.
Yeah, so we need to.
Okay, so the clock moves like a half circle, like a semicircle away from the bottom one. It's a semicircle forward.
Mm-hmm.
So if we move, it's 6:15. So if we move this clock's hands to, it would have to be like 1:45, I think 12.
Okay, try that. 1:45. Okay.
No, that's 1:15.
Oh, sorry.
1:45 is the other side.
Right.
But let's see where it is.
2.
Okay, so it's 2:30. It's 2:30.
So we need to keep spinning this thing by quite a bit.
Yeah.
So we just need to keep spinning this thing forward.
So yeah, the big hand is always a semicircle away, so it needs to be like 1:30 something.
Let's see.
Okay, so that was 12:30, yeah?
Yeah. This is quarter to
Quarter
3.
to 5. That's quarter to
No, it's
5.
quarter to 4. VI is 4.
No, it's past the 4, so it's quarter to 5.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Whoops. Yeah. It's quarter to 5. Okay. Quarter to 5, so
The
let's...
iRobot movie? No, Ghost in the Machine isn't from iRobot, I don't think.
No.
What's Ghost in the Machine from? Is it like its own thing?
Yeah, Ghost in the Machine is a sort of science fiction concept about the idea that spirits or soul essences and stuff like that can linger into mechanical systems.
Okay. No, whoa.
There we go.
Oh, that's weird. I thought it was like, okay, I was off. Never
No,
mind.
no, yeah. So the clock upstairs is turned on its axis by like 90 degrees or like 180 degrees. So we just had to rotate that quarter to 6 by the opposite process, and that yeah. Okay, a noise
I'm
upstairs.
stupid. You give me a stick, I can do a hit. Give me a clock, and I'm useless.
uh,
Okay, so now
okay.
what?
He said that it sounded like a mechanism upstairs.
Maybe it's upstairs elsewhere.
But where?
Maybe the clock is connected to something.
Not.
Oh, okay. I was about to be like, sick. This room is dark now. Cool. Read the cuckoo clock letter again.
Well,
Maybe it gives a clue.
okay. The payment mechanism. Yeah, quarter past 6 in the afternoon. A special device have been added to synchronize all the clocks in the house.
Okay. Is there a third clock?
A third clock, maybe. There could be another
No.
one.
Everyone forgets about the third clock.
Yeah, that's quarter past 6.
Isn't it It says that it's missing a piece though.
Yeah, the bird.
Yeah, so we have to find the bird and then attach that.
Yeah, that's a good
like
question.
cuckoo, and presume call a bird demon.
I don't know. Where on earth
is that if we summon the crow god of another dimension with a cuckoo clock, that's gonna be the funniest thing in the world.
Yeah, but I also feel like that would be the most appropriate thing, right? Like,
but that's like summoning Cthulhu with a plate of calamari.
I mean, would if I were
like
Cthulhu,
I can see the connection.
I mean,
I can see why, but it doesn't make it less ridiculous.
Why did we have a grappling hook?
To grapple things.
Yeah, but what on earth could we
hook the tree?
What on earth could we need to maybe down the well?
Why don't we have a car or a horse? Sick.
Within a small bird of brass. I see.
Okay, so who the fuck saw the cuckoo clock and was like, nah, that's creepy. That's something crow demons. I'm gonna throw this bird in the well.
You know, this is just gonna be me spitballing, but I kind of get the sense that somebody undid something terrible that happened here, and they like messed up the clock and they threw away the bird and stuff like that, so that people couldn't do it. And by doing this, by fixing the mistake, I feel like we're going to do something terrible.
Yeah, absolutely. This is just an adventure game. Adventure games are, in essence, you screwing up things until you get to the end.
Okay, now let's hit the button.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, when we get back.
Oh, before we do that, Helena says there is a Ghost in the Machine reference in iRobot and X-Files.
Yeah. It's a very common idea, actually. Possibly I could make a video about that, but I was gonna say that when you get back upstairs, I bet you Alexandra will be dead.
Okay, I'll take that bet. My favorite ghost is
Oh no.
Ghost Dog Way of the Samurai.
Don't like that.
Yeah, not a fan. Can't wait. Oh, the bird fell. Oh, Xylothal. Xylothal. Xylothal.
There was a key inside the
Because
bird.
Oh, xylitol, because you're worth it.
He is having some kind of seizure. He is trembling out of pure horror.
Oh. We're just not gonna do anything for him? It's like, oh, well, that sucks.
Oh,
Sorry, bud.
Good luck, buddy.
Enjoy. We're not even gonna, like, stick a wallet in his mouth or something?
No, but I have.
But now we can get into the basement.
Yeah, I don't like this.
I'm excited.
Oh, cool, crows. There were crows in the basement. Oh, the best. That's always a good sign. A carpet of Asian origin. Oh, that's gonna be worth a pretty penny.
Oh, the music is reaching a crescendo.
A climax. A peak.
Oh no.
I don't like how janky the stream is either, because it's the only way we can do it, and it's just like it's like it's creeping closer. Oh, hey, it's the Weeping Angels. Is that a hole? Yes, go into the hole. Why wouldn't you?
A book written in a language unknown to me. There's a scrawled annotation written in English on one of the margins. This and no other is the function of the serum we manufactured at the boarding school when we were young. Okay, hold up. You guys were at a boarding school.
Whoa, wait a second here.
And you manufactured a serum? Okay, come on, guys.
We manufacture the serum out of wine and vodka.
It is something that we didn't understand at the time. To accompany the mind to the proscenium of the big theater, and there to help us look behind the curtain that separates the world of men from the land of truth. To look, I say, if anything, to apprehend an image of what lives there. Just that. Will the hoopy allow us to raise the curtain enough to walk off the stage? Hoopo? Yeah. Allow us to raise the curtain enough to walk off the stage and go beyond.
What the? If it's poo, then it's like, oh, that's a bird.
Maybe.
You know?
It could be a bird. It could be a bird reference.
But like, hoopo. Maybe they just misspelt it.
I don't know.
But maybe that's the way you spell hoopu. Weird. Also, I don't remember them manufacturing a serum. I thought they were just like, oh, we found a book and we did a ritual, and that's why it happened. We're stupid kids, we're genius alchemists.
Yeah, I don't know what people are getting up to.
Serum that allowed us to perceive the other world.
I don't know what people are getting up to in boarding school, but clearly people are way too bored.
Yeah, Catholic boarding school need best in like a rec room or something, because this shit is ridiculous.
Yeah, absolutely. But we have a shovel, so there's a grave.
Yeah, will that contain the serum? I mean, technically you're still digging with your bare hands. There's just also a shovel. Oh, cool, a coffin. This always ends well. It's gonna be us. It's gonna be us in the coffin. Pour the cyanide on it. Vitriol. Oh, goody.
The remains of a humanoid body.
That guy has a wild...
Yeah, with a grotesque animal aspect. Maybe a small ape? It has a collar with some engraved words on it. Old Mike. The skeletal figures of the creature are clutching a rolled-up canvas. Map of the stars.
So Helena says that Helena says that hoopoe is a kind of bird, but I don't know if we're talking about the same kind of bird.
Oh, there it goes. It says there in the letter.
Yes.
Hoopoe, yes, like the legendary bird.
Dear Alexandre.
It's Ho-Oh from Pokemon.
Undoubtedly your methods are definitely stronger than mine. How do you manage to get results with such alacrity? On another note, my epiphany with the treatise of alchemy was not accidental. Oh my god, you were right. They were just doing alchemy. Man, Catholic schools are gonna get like
can't-
a table tennis or something.
I can't believe my Full Metal Alchemist joke is turning out to be real.
Remember, kids, don't do alchemy. It's just you'll be haunted by crow demons. It's not worth it.
You stay away from the forbidden side.
Yeah. When examining the text closer, I have come to the conclusion that for a time, Raymundus Lully sought the same thing as we did. In his account, he describes a formula that he calls hoopoe. Yes, the legendary bird, like the legendary bird. It closely resembles the serum, which we have worked so far, except for minor differences. It's a pity what you could tell me about old. It's a pity what you tell me about old Mike. I hope he gets better soon. Vide ne qui sciat.
Right. Kids, while you're avoiding alchemy, also avoid naming your kids Raymundus. Because, like, what is he supposed to do at that point? I would also study forbidden alchemy if my name was Raymundus.
Oh god, that sounds like Alexander. Imagine Raymundus is like, hey guy, he's like, everybody calls me Ray. Oh, like, oh, your name is short for Raymond? Yes.
Sure. Yeah, why not?
And Raymond is actually short for Raymundus.
Why? What else would it be? Just like nervously looks at the door.
Something
Okay,
bad
so Alexandre
happened to Alexandre. Yeah.
died. Was attacked by a bird.
Alexandre.
He's just gone. He ran.
No.
Oh, cool.
Oh no.
Oh, cool.
Some diary.
That's the curtain.
Some diary pages on the wheelchair. The paper is ripped apart as if someone had stripped it off the book hastily. October 31st, 1891. I'm writing this. I'm writing.
Read this?
No, it's fine. I got it. I am writing this in the light of my desk lamp, hoping to be able to remember it all when the birds finally sing and the sun's blessing dispels the dark shadows of my mind. During the whole afternoon, a strong wind hit the valley, so strong that it has cracked the larger branch of the old oak in the garden. I find it hard to get sleep during these nights, so I read a lot while accompanying the professor. I don't really know.
Who wrote this?
When exactly I fell asleep, I don't know. I was awakened by the chill of the night, which was seeping in through the open window. I looked outside and I saw him. The professor was miraculously awake. What was my joy to see him standing on the balcony, watching the valley with a true serene expression, enjoying the fresh and calm air right before the storm. I felt that a blessing... after the storm. I felt that a blessing had fallen upon this house, and for a moment I felt immensely happy.
Is the Professor Alexandre?
Maybe.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. I stared at him for a while without saying anything, being afraid of dispelling a vision I hadn't believed possible for a long time. And then, in the midst of silence, I heard a sound that froze me in my seat and snatched all my calmness with such a terrible chill that I will never forget. A loud noise beside me, low-pitched as the drag of a slab. Mr. Alexandre's snore, who was pleasantly sleeping in his bed. I've already made a decision. I'll leave this house.
Oh, okay. So there were like two. There were two of him.
Yeah.
One who was standing on the balcony and one who was snoring. I genuinely I didn't get that the first time, and I thought it's like, oh no, he's snoring again. I'm gone.
Huh.
Altair? Oh no. The true crow demon was usurped all along.
Hmm. What do we do with this crystal?
You can tell Emilio has to focus a lot when he doesn't laugh at my incredibly funny jokes.
You know me, Callum. Sometimes I get lost in the sauce, which is, of course...
Sometimes you outright ignore me.
Yeah, this is a proof positive, that I might fall into a terrible eldritch trap because I get obsessed about, learning things.
Okay, look, I'm gonna apologize to you right now, but if you do fall into a terrible eldritch trap, I think I'm gonna be able to save you, bud.
It's okay. If I do fall into a terrible eldritch trap, it'll be entirely of my own doing. And Callum, you would be better off not coming to my aid by solving increasingly convoluted puzzles.
in Victorian England, get buried alive a few times.
Yeah,
But now I have to.
do some random, like you get injected with random substances. It's standard.
They just like interview me afterwards. They interview us afterwards. Like, what happened? Why did you go through this trial? And it's like, oh, we have a YouTube channel together. I have to.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, what do we? Was there a telescope or something?
That's what I'm trying to think. We don't have. I haven't seen a telescope.
Hmm. Well, I bet we probably have to go to that castle at some point.
It's probably not going to be a crumbling abandoned ruin. What do we do with this crystal?
Yeah, it's
A hive of scum and villainy.
Hmm.
If Emilio played Mansion's Madness, Call of Cthulhu, he'd be so screwed.
what?
Oh yeah.
Mana burn. What do you mean?
I normally DM when I play those games because I'm incredibly curious.
Oh, tabletop game.
Yeah, I'm incredibly curious and also incredibly overconfident in my ability to.
Oh, that drawer is out, and there's a person in here. Cool.
What was that?
Yeah, what was that?
I hear a.
Good.
I hear a sound that I don't
I
quite
know
like.
you've played this game.
Maybe we should.
I know you know what's gonna happen.
Maybe we should pick up like a stick or something. It feels like a bad idea to just be.
I don't.
Oh, somebody moved
Why
the
don't more people
harpsichord.
carry swords?
Mountain of
Oh, look, a
compacted.
telescope, like we said.
There's a dark
Snow.
hole in the center of this room. It delves into the depths of Earth, far beyond what I can see. Something like that.
I do have to say, FromSoft rarely missed the mark with their Dark Hole series.
when you tell a great joke, you tell a great joke, Alan. Dear Alexandre,
We should play more tabletop. Sorry.
I'm terribly sorry about old Mike. Will you put him to rest in his favorite place? After weeks of unsuccessful attempts, I've managed to distill the alchemical formula based on the notes you sent me. Certainly you're a master of this craft. The subject reacted to the syrup as usual, rapidly entering into a state of waking sleep. Suddenly, the convulsions stopped, and since then he has not been responding to any kind of stimulation. He has remained in the
I've tried
state
everything.
for many
Hand
days.
jobs, foot jobs.
My diagnosis is brain dead. Which should be our next step, Alexandra? I'm worried this could be the end of our research. So they were experimenting with the serum, and it was like killing people or sending their brains into the psychic dimension, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, brain dead, ass full. You know? Oh, hey, it's like a constellation.
Is it?
Probably.
Okay.
Because it's like a triangle. So we probably have to, like, I don't know, use.
I think we have to match up the constellations. So, Deneb is like a cross. What is the symbol associated with Deneb? That one, I think? Right?
Just real quick. You were, like, totally frozen for a second as I suggested this. It goes to show how deeply into these kinds of things you get that I was literally speaking to you for 5 minutes and you didn't notice.
Aha! There we go. I see.
Okay, so then we have to match up those sigils.
I always wanted to be an astronomer. Well, I wanted to be an astronaut, and then I wanted to be an astrophysicist, and then I wanted to be an astronomer. needless to say, I've always been interested in space. So maybe, like whatever mad delusional psychic projection was going on, I was just like, I was just perfectly in sync.
Yeah, I briefly wanted to be an astrophysicist before I found out how bad I was at maths.
Yeah, that'll get you, man. Maths it's pretty difficult.
And then I wanted to be a race car driver, and then I found out I hated driving.
To be fair, though,
I literally can't do anything other than writing. It's the only thing I'm good at and capable of doing.
to be fair, though, you are a good writer. I will say that.
Thank you. Is that the... I thought it was more like an H at the bottom.
Yeah, it's like a H with a line in the middle.
Sorry, I'm like quite far behind with the stream. I might not be super useful.
There's a small cabinet with 2 slots for syringes. Only one of them remains.
Oh, cool. We doing drugs? We doing drugs in the stargazing hole?
The voice again. It comes from the bottom of the pit.
Did you hear me at all?
Yeah, I heard you. Alexandre!
His hair is black now.
And he's walking.
And Milatrific is playing Total War Warhammer.
Nice. ... Alexandre. ...
You watching some TV down here, bud? You also playing Warhammer?
Yeah.
It's just like, you click on the table and it's like a tiny painted figurine stand there. What could they mean?
This is what you asked me to search for, is it not, Alexandre? Am I right?
The Last Door. Zairathal.
The last door. We can cross together. What should I do? I am waiting for
Roll
you.
credits.
Here in the mist. It's nearby. I can hear it. Oh, whoops.
Emilio.
Sorry.
Stop stealing my lines.
Sorry, I got into it. What is nearby? What do you hear?
I hear the beating of its wings. It knows we are afraid. Also, earlier I made a great joke about rolling the credits because we said the name of the game.
I am ready.
Sit down. Sit, Bobo, sit. Good dog. I am blonde. Who knew? Oh shit, this is just like the beginning.
Yeah.
Pinch is not the... Ooh. I feel like that would have been scarier if the stream hadn't paused.
I think this is you.
Just hang on. I wanna
watch. I'll watch that sequence later. Do you think we'll find any clue about David's whereabouts? Is this the Texan German guy? It is. No, I'm the red. You're the orange.
Oh, go ahead.
The police must have taken everything. We have no other leads to pursue. Hopefully they have overlooked something.
What about this room?
Sorry, stream is paused. There is a sealed letter between this table and the wall. It looks like Herr Beechworth never sent it. I think it's best you read it.
Dearest Alexandre, please you must reflect on this. We do not yet know what we are dealing with. If you were to open the door, it may stay that way, an open way for whatever lies on the other side. Vide ne qui sciat. So he never actually sent the letter. Interesting.
Who never sent the letter?
Anthony. In the beginning, the letter that we got. It was...
Oh, so he...
Alexandre tricked us from the very beginning. He must have fabricated the letter in the name of Anthony to get our dear friend David. Oh no, he's wearing a robe.
Hang on. I am lost. The stream is pausing a lot. I have no idea what's happening. Oh, that's not a good sign. Wait, what happened? We were just walking.
We were
Missed?
walking. Yeah, we were walking through the shadows. We saw Alexandre with his weird-looking cult robe, and yeah, now this is the end of the game.
Wait. No, hang on.
And
Are
then,
we the door?
and then and then the adventure will continue with season 2. So what happened here is that David crossed over the threshold. He took the drug. He parts of the experiences that he had been going through had psychologically prepared himself for the act of transacting through the door. So when he took the serum, unlike other people who had become purely brain dead, David sent his mind into what is called the Lost Door, presumably that xylitol thing, and somehow
I'm gonna be honest.
emerged
with you,
on the other
Emilio.
side.
Emilio,
Yes.
you've been cutting out a lot during that explanation. I still have no idea what's going on.
Boy.
I can't believe we have to go through
Another one of these. I thought we were done, dude. I thought I was free from Crow.
Well, you are going to be free from Crowland for a while, because the next stream that we're going to be doing is a book stream.
Yeah, everyone, next Thursday is going to be a book stream. Emilio and I are going to talk about some of our favorite books we've been reading, and if we have time, the books we've started reading. So the first thing is books we've read and want to recommend to you guys, and then books we are reading. And it's not necessarily just novels.
Yeah, I kind of I thought, for a while maybe we could do it kind of a little bit like a book club. So I'll tell you the book that I'm reading, or that I'm going to talk about, and that book is called Neuromancer, by William Gibson. So if you guys want to read it, if you because I'm going to talk a lot of spoilers in our book stream. So if you guys want to read the book already in preparation for the stream, you can. Callum, maybe just drop that in the chat so that people can have a text reminder.
Okay, you said it's a Neuromancer.
Yeah, Neuromancer by William Gibson. I mean, it's not going to be a full on like book club kind of like you have to read the book, So
Also, since we're doing that, let me just say, my book is a comic.
a comic.
It's not a book. I'm literate. I promise. It's called Delicious in Dungeon. I don't remember who it's by.
That's the manga,
but,
right?
Yeah, you should absolutely go and read it. Or if you want to, it's currently streaming on Netflix.
As an anime.
It recently got an anime, yeah. And it's really great. Also, no data.
No data?
I'm seeing no data on the YouTube thing, but I'm also seeing the chat going. Is your side like, did you stop streaming?
No.
Okay, it's fixed now. It's fixed.
Yeah. I've been wanting to read Delicious in Dungeon and also watch Delicious in Dungeon. Would you say that maybe for somebody who hasn't engaged with either, do you think it would be a good idea to like watch the show first, or should I like try and read the manga?
The problem with watching the show is that the show isn't done yet. It's releasing weekly.
Mm-hmm.
So you're gonna have to wait a while to get all of the episodes, and besides that, it's probably not going to be able to tell the full story in one season.
Okay. So
but
read
also well, I mean, watch the show up until where it is, and then read the manga.
Okay, I'll see how much time I have. I think what I might try and do is maybe read the manga first, and then
yeah, it's very good. It's being able to take your time with it is great, because it's like there's a lot of side information that I feel like you might miss with the show, just with the pace that it goes.
Sure, I get that. Neuromancer is a book that I feel like is gonna probably haunt me for the rest of my life. Because
Oh, is it horror?
no, Neuromancer is like the foundational work of cyberpunk, right? Like William Gibson wrote Neuromancer as like it's part of like the Chrome, I think it's called the Chrome trilogy or something like that. It's basically the foundational work of cyberpunk. Like this is the
Okay.
story from which all cyberpunk stories essentially descend from. And the funny thing is, I hadn't actually read it, even though I have read a couple of other of William Gibson's books, like Mona Lisa Overdrive. Um, and I think out of all of the books of his that I've read, I feel like Neuromancer is the best. But it's also very weird, and it's going to be interesting. I'm looking forward to talking about it on the actual book stream. I don't really want to get too far in.
Me neither. So Emilio is unfortunately dropping out quite a bit on my side, and the game is over. Do we just call it now, or do we do something for the last 20 minutes? Because we've only been streaming for 41 minutes. Hello?
Callum, can you hear me?
Oh,
Yeah, Callum.
Discord.
Sorry, everybody. We are having some technical difficulties. Please just hang on while I try to fix them.
I'm gonna insert an ad so long, so there's gonna be some ads, y'all. Bear with us.
Yeah. Callum, I can hear you, by the way.
Okay, cool.
Okay. Yeah, so the thing is I just where was I? What am I doing? Yeah, I mean we're having some technical issues. Discord has laid off 17% or something of its staff. So like the technical issues with Discord are just going to get worse and worse, and instead of trying to fix the app, they're just going to keep, I think, laying off more staff because we live in techno feudalism, and instead of actually trying to make a product that works, you just have to be the only product that works.
Yeah. Maybe we look into some other talking to each other apps, like maybe TeamSpeak is better or something. But also, this might be. What's your internet connection like, generally? Because that might also be an issue.
Yeah, it's okay. Like I said, I share a house with multiple people who are all potentially wanting to use the internet. Uh, so if I really wanted to beef up my connection, I think we'd have to start paying a lot more, or somehow convince
I
everybody.
think that might be. I think that might be the problem. Is that not only are you streaming, you're also streaming to me on Discord, and we're on Discord, so that it's pretty like internet heavy. So it might just be like rough on your connection.
Yeah, I think so because normally I think it's fine. Normally we don't tend to have that many issues.
Have
But
you muted us, by the way?
no, I haven't ended the stream. We're just talking.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
just making sure.
Yeah. We're just talking. Yeah. So to give you guys a bit of updates about what's been going on with us, I am working on a game. I've taken my first forays into game development. Um, so look out for that. When the game drops, I think Callum and I actually have to play it on stream, which will be fun.
That's gonna be fun. I've seen a bit of the like current build, and it looks fun.
I have a couple of games that I'm working on. I've got a bit of the game developer itch,
Ah,
so
you should get some penicillin.
I need to get some. Oh, what's it called? Hoopo.
I also I've been working on a new book. I've started writing a new novel because the last time I did that, it worked out so well. And I've been trying
Yeah.
to do, and I've been trying to put a bit more effort into my voice acting career. So that's why videos have been kind of few and far between lately.
Yeah, we're January is not a great time for any YouTuber. Usually the views tend to be
No.
down just for whatever reason. I don't know. Maybe people are just living life. January is
Yeah.
just a bit of a slow month. But we are very
I will
happy.
say,
Yeah.
the next thing that's coming out is probably going to be the top games
Yeah.
of last
So
year.
I was just about to say that we're currently quite happy. Actually, we did a Game of Thrones video, and it's done really, really well. So we're just gonna basically let that one accumulate for a bit, and then the next video, probably by the end of January, will be the Byte Marks top 3 games of 2023, which
Yeah.
I'm excited about because I think that's generally it's a good list. I think we have some really cool games on that list.
I'm kind of mad about it, to be honest. Like,
Really.
I wish because the thing is, there are games that came out last year that I wanted to play, and I never got around to them. And like, it would have been so much better if I could like, oh, these are games that actually came out this year that I do own and have played, like Hi-Fi Rush.
No,
And I
I
just
hear
never got
you.
around to it.
I think it would be nice if we could get like a review copy. You know, like if we were a bigger
Oh yeah, we need
channel.
to be way bigger.
Yeah, no, we need to be way bigger for people to be like, here, play our game, before other people. Because I think the main issue, and we've talked about this, is that we don't have a lot of time/money. So our ability to just play new games every year as games come out is actually really limited. Normally, the only time that I buy games is when they're on sale, and usually when they're on like a large discount. So I don't tend to play games that are very, very current. Um, if I
I've
do, it's more
also
an
kind
accident.
of tried to I've also tried to stop playing games as much. Well, not stop playing, stop buying games as much because I'm like accumulating more and more backlog
Yeah. So
as we go through.
yeah. So my rule, I've been really changing the way that I play games. My rule now is actually I have to go through my library. I've been going through my library and just playing games and finishing them. And if I don't actually like the game, I have a separate list on my Steam. Like, this game actually kind of sucks, but now it's too late to get a refund on it. Kind of situation.
I didn't know that Steam had a cutoff date for refunds because I
Yeah.
got Marvel Spider-Man Miles Morales, and I was like, I enjoyed the last one. I'm probably never gonna play this one though. Like, I just won't get around to it. So I tried to get a refund, and I couldn't because it was past 2 weeks.
Yeah. So
That's kind of
the
ridiculous.
Steam refund policy basically is in place for a couple of reasons. For those of you who don't know, the rule is you have to. Well, it's not a hard and fast rule, but basically what you do is you apply for a refund, and then they conditionally might grant you one. And the things that they look for is: are you refunding the game within 2 weeks? Have you played more than 2 hours
And
of the game?
it used to be 10 hours.
Yeah, it used to be 10, but now it's just 2. Because there are, I mean, there are
It's kind of
people.
wild.
There are people that I know of, not that I know personally, because I wouldn't want to know this kind of person, but there are people who like buy like some indie games that are very small. They can be completed in like 2 hours or whatever, and they play them and they just refund them. And I think that's a bit of a scummy thing
Oh
to do.
yeah, that's shitty. That's
You,
shitty.
because
Especially because indie games are like 150 rand.
yeah, no, exactly, right. And I think that especially a lot of I like shorter games. I want people to make shorter games. I don't have time to play a 60-hour game. Every time it comes out, I play a 60-hour game maybe once a year. So
Yeah, if you want to hear us talk about that more, go and watch our fatigue episode. Actually, I kind of more content with you this year. Like, I'm enjoying doing the magic stuff, which will come back at some point. But I do think that we should make more content together.
yeah, I think so too. When it comes time
It's just
to
hard getting our schedules
yeah,
to
and
line
then
up.
in this year, I possibly will be switching jobs, so that might change things. On the one hand, it might mean that I would just have a lot more disposable income, which would mean I could play more games or whatever. But on the other hand, it might mean I would be have a more restrictive schedule. We'll have to see how that goes. But yeah, I do think it's a good idea to make more content because you and we have good chemistry. This is the reason why we started the podcast, right? I think
Yeah.
what we should also
It's certainly not because we were going insane during the pandemic.
from a poison tree, maybe not all the fruit of a poison tree are bitter, or I guess infectious tree.
What?
There's a saying about bitter fruit. Ignore me, I'm rambling. But the point is, a lot of stuff in the pandemic really affected people's ability to socialize, and I was dangling on a thread, shall I say, not being able to do war games, not being able to do HEMA. So the podcast really, really helped because it was good
Oh
to
yeah,
have
same.
a regular social interaction with
I was
somebody.
going. I was in a real bad spot during the pandemic, and doing this podcast really helped. It gave me something to do. I didn't have a job, and I still don't have a job.
Sorry, folks. We try our best. We really do. But Discord is just the worst, and our internet. Okay, that should do it. Hey, yeah, sorry, Callum.
Hi.
You dropped out
No
there.
worries.
No, it's just I really enjoy doing this podcast with you. I think I wouldn't want to do it with anybody else. I think you are the right kind of
Yeah.
person who agrees with me on some things, but the things that you disagree with me on are hilarious. I feel like if we,
I really enjoy working with you because you're such a unique kind of weird. I was telling like my family today, like I don't want to. Like my mom was like, "Why didn't you put this picture up or something during your stream?" And I was like, "The problem with that is that would mean Emilio has to do more tech stuff, and Emilio can build a computer and program a computer, but he can't use a computer."
Yeah, when I was in
And
university, I worked on something called a universal Turing machine, which is a theoretical computing device made with ticker tape and a punch card. And using a Turing machine.
that was your perfect technological update. Like this is where we should have stopped.
Yeah, I'm somewhat infamous for my statements about how computer science was better before the invention of the computer. So I have a lot of technical skills and stuff like that, but I don't like using computers. I don't like using technology. I find it very annoying personally. And you know what? I feel like I'm getting vindicated. By the cyberpunk dystopia that we're walking into.
And just by Discord. I do want to say though, thank you for all of your support. And this is a joke. Okay, let me preface this. This is a joke. You don't have to do this. But if you do donate or tip or super chat or give us money in some way, like the Patreon or the memberships, where we do upload extra content if you want, and sometimes we upload content early. But if you do any of that, then you might be paying for the eventual taxi bill that will get Emilio to my house so we can record on one computer.
Yeah, can you imagine, right? Can you imagine the fewer technological disruptions that we would have?
I genuinely, one of the big, like, when Emilio and I had one of our first meetings, we were like, okay, so what are our big goals? Like long-term goals, short-term goals, like medium-term goals were getting to like 1,000 viewers because we could get monetized and so on at that point. Very long-term goal was actually having a studio.
Yeah.
Like having an office we could work with. So that we could go and do our work and then also do the channel work. Like if we can get there at some point, I'd be so happy.
Yeah, I would. I'm tremendously surprised by the growth of our channel. Statistically speaking, most channels on YouTube never even get to this point. So the fact that we're here and we are growing, we're growing. We're not like Mr. Beast or whatever, but we are growing. So the fact that we are,
I fed 15 orphans into a wood chipper today. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, it's just it's always surprising to me that so many people actually just want to watch our stuff, and you know, not all of it is just hate comments from people who think that we don't understand the Elder Scrolls. Which, to be fair, I don't understand the Elder Scrolls, right? Every time somebody leaves a comment,
The best part of that is that I was supposed to be on that video and I couldn't make it that day. So I gave Emilio, like, my job was to be the guy who understood the Elder Scrolls, because out of me, Miles, and Emilio, I'm the only one who knows anything about that game series.
I know,
So
right?
I gave Emilio a document on, like, this is what the Elder Scrolls Online is about, briefly. This is why they set the DLC there. And I didn't think to tell you, hey, Bretons are magic resistant. And shit like that, because I thought you guys had played Skyrim. All of this stuff is in Skyrim.
Callum, you overestimate our abilities in that regard, right? Like, I don't play RPGs, I don't really play RPGs.
Bretons are like 25% magic resistant, and they have a secret hidden race power that gives them. How gross is it that fantasy games give you race powers? Anyway, they have a race power that gives you 50% like temporary magic
Yeah,
resistance. So they're 75%.
Yeah, I've come to learn that the reason why Britons have that race power is because of like slave children. That the elves like empire just took the nobles just took lots of like human concubines and just had slave children, and that's where all the Bretons come from, which is really weird.
Yeah, it turns out Bethesda's maybe not the greatest.
Yeah, like that's just really strange, and like I don't think that's acknowledged enough in the lore material. Like, hey, this whole race of humans, a demi race of humans, basically, were created basically because of like widespread slavery. I guess I don't know. It's just pretty crazy.
Oh, dude, every race in Cyrodiil, not Cyrodiil, Tamriel, gets like at some point gets Omega racist against. Like, I think the only like Imperials maybe and High Elves maybe. I can't think of any strong moments in which like they're discriminated against purely on race. Like the Thalmor are basically all High Elves, but that's an organization. That's not necessarily like High Elves as a people. Elves in general in Skyrim are pretty like discriminated against. Nords, I don't know. Like I'm trying to, because like Khajiit, Argonians are both considered like very sneaky, and like that's a racism thing. Dunmar, which are the Dark Elves, are definitely like there's a lot of prejudice against them.
Yeah, but they
holy shit.
Yeah, but they're also the Dunmer are also prejudiced against everyone else. The Dunmer are like they literally have a slave society, don't they? They like take.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those gross things in games where it's like everyone's racist against them, but it kind of makes sense, and it's like, ugh.
Yeah, no. The one thing that I know about the Elder Scrolls is that everybody kind of hates everybody, and everybody's right to, I guess. Everybody's just totally justified in hating everybody else because I don't know,
It's only one race of humans that isn't white in Tamriel, and it's the Red God.
Yeah. But we should probably.
Like Bethesda's a multi-million-dollar games company, and therefore makes a lot of bad decisions.
I just think they.
Oh wait. Before we end off, do you want to talk about that thing that Ubisoft executive said that you sent?
Yes, yeah, the thing about the. All right, so this piece of news, I think really
welcome to our podcast.
Yeah, welcome to our podcast. This piece of news just really, I feel like it like makes me physically ill because of how disconnected this guy is from reality, right? Because the Ubisoft executive said, and I quote, "Gamers need to get comfortable with not owning their games if we're going to move to a subscription-based model," right? This whole thing that this guy is talking about is that he wants to move Ubisoft games, but I assume like the industry in general, to a model where you don't even own the game. You have to subscribe to the game to continue to keep playing it, right? And we're not talking
It's
about
just
like
live service.
yeah, we're not talking about
It's
MMOs,
live
right? We're
service.
talking about all games, right?
Yeah.
All games are like this. You don't like you pay you. It's a crazy. It's completely crazy and completely insane.
Yeah.
And
You know what? You know what? You know why that won't work? It's because we have case studies of it not working. Does anyone remember the Google Stadia?
yeah, yeah.
That's what the Google Stadia did, and guess what doesn't ever get.
yeah, exactly. Uh,
It's not a good model. It doesn't work. People want to buy things and then have them. No one is going to, because the thing is, games are a time investment, but you're more willing to spend money on something that you can pick. Like, I will invest as much time as I want into this because I have unlimited time to invest in it. Like, I don't have to play this today. I own it. I'm done paying for it. I can play it tomorrow.
exactly.
But with a subscription, you're forced into playing it. And then here's what's going to happen. Everyone is just going to keep going back to the game they've put the most time into because you're paying for your time now.
Exactly.
No one's going to want to buy other games. And I read the comments on Reddit, and it's like Ubisoft execs need to get comfortable with the idea that no one's going to want to buy their games anymore.
Yeah, yeah. No, I think this is super interesting because I saw that I think it was like the head developer or like the CEO of Levine. What's Baldur's Gate? What is the studio called?
Larian.
Larian, yeah. He made a tweet about this, and he's like, "This is kind of crazy because in reality, content always sells the game, and if you're moving to a subscription-based model, that's just going to make it harder to make content for games, right? Because the other side of the coin of the subscription-based model is that you can't make anything that has like lasting impact or ending impact because if it's a subscription game." You have to keep making game, right? You can't just make a product.
You can't make a conclusion.
Yeah, you can't make a conclusion, right? So your storytelling ability is completely warped because you can never conclude anything. You can never be like, oh, this is a story that has a start, a middle, and an end because you have to keep selling the game, you know? And so it just destroys everything. And the only people who benefit from this are CEOs.
You know what's interesting about this is
It's kind of similar to like manga,
like how manga works. So do you know how mangas get published? Like what the situation is?
I've heard it's kind of bad, but I don't really know much about it.
Okay, so how it works is that when you want to create a series, you submit like one shot basically to a magazine. If the magazine likes it, they publish it, and then like Shonen Jump does this a lot, where it's weekly.
Yeah.
They release the magazine, it gets published in one of the issues, and then the readers can fill in a voting card because that's how it works. You do the series until no one likes it anymore, and then you stop.
Yeah, that's it. You know, the thing about art is that art needs to be given freedom. You know, you need to have the freedom